What's going on, y'all? Welcome into the Jersey the King show. It's your boy Kevin Jersey the King Womble, and we got a lot of news to talk about today going on in Vegas this past week, of course, and what's coming up this weekend. So you already know, man, we gotta sit back, relax, and let's get right into it. You already know we hit the intro off already, so let's jump right into some news because, like I said, man, there's a lot going on right now, and I'm excited for the city of Las Vegas. What's going on, Rick? How you doing, brother? Welcome into the show. I appreciate you tuning in. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Again, this is the Jersey the King show live on Fuel Sports Network. You can find us on your Amazon and Roku TV and devices. Go ahead and download our channel and you can get full access to watching us on TV, man. Fuel Sports Network is powered by Gateway City Sports. So make sure you go and check out gatewaycitysports.com as well. And you can check out the Fuel merch as well as the Gateway City Sports merch that's available. So you already know. Who is this Kevin dude that we speak of? I am the program director of Fuel, is who this Kevin guy is. No, but welcome in, brother. Thank you for tuning in. I greatly appreciate you being here. But we're gonna get right into it because man, the Aces are making noise. But before we do talk about the Aces making some noise, make sure you guys go and follow the Jersey the King show's socials. On X, it's the JTK show. On Facebook, it's the with the A Jersey the King show. On YouTube, it's at Jersey the King, and on Instagram, it is at JTK show. We ain't got no TikTok. We ain't making no TikTok. It's not happening. I'm not doing it. I got one for the gridiron. That's all. So you already know. But before we even get into the Aces news, the WNBA commissioner has announced a charter flight program for the WNBA, man. And this is huge. This is huge for the women in the WNBA, man. This is huge for the teams. This is huge for the league. And I mean, to be honest, they should have been had this. You know what I'm saying? They should have been had this, and it should have already been implemented in the league a long time ago. But we know, of course, that it hasn't. But as WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert said, she announced that the league's plans to start the charter flight program this season. The program will cost the league around $25 million per year for the next 2 seasons and will launch as soon as they can get planes in places. So that's big news, man. That's huge news going into this new season, man, especially with the growth of the WNBA, man. Honestly, the WNBA draft last year had a little bit over 500,000 viewers. This year alone, it jumped from 500,000, a little over 500,000 viewers to 2.4, over 2.4 million viewers, y'all. So the growth of this league is showing, and it's going to be huge, man. I'm excited for it. I really, really am. But let's get into a roster update for them girls. You know what I'm saying? The ladies got a roster update. Um, I can tell you right now, a lot of moves have been made recently. Um, Angel Jackson, which is crazy for me to be saying this right now because a lot of us thought that uh, our draft pick Angel Jackson out of Jackson State was going to make the cut, but unfortunately she was waived or cut from the team. Kamaria McDaniel was also cut from the team as well, or waived. Uh, Bria Hartley was cut. She was actually cut, and those were some of the moves that were made as far as like waves and cuts. But yeah, they waived Angel Jackson, they waived Kamaria McDonald, and they cut Bria Hartley. There were also some roster moves made last week that I spoke about on last week's episode. So go and check that out on Fuel and my social media, as well as Fuel social media. You know, you can find it as both places. I upload the videos on social media, on my social media, as far as YouTube goes. So you can always check it out either there or on Fuel. But like I said, those were some of the roster moves that were made, and I'm surprised about Angel Jackson. I really am. I thought that she was going to be able to learn a lot from Asia Wilson. You know what I mean? And you're damn right. The WNBA deserves those charter flights, man. They definitely do. They definitely do. But yeah, I really am surprised about Angel Jackson being waived. You know what I mean? I really thought that she was going to be able to come in and start learning from Asia. You know what I mean? And really get her feet wet in the WNBA and really be able to get taken under Asia's wing and of those other forwards and centers wings and learn that big woman position on a WNBA level. You know what I mean? Because it's different from college. You know what I mean? These girls are balling. These ladies, excuse me, are balling. These women are out here handling their business, and I'm proud to represent the Vegas Aces. You see, I got the ball. You know what I mean? You see, I got the ball. I got the roster up there from last season. You know what I mean? Championship, John. You know what I mean? I got the Aces T-shirt. About to get me a couple jerseys going. You know what I mean? Give me a couple Aces hats. You know, I'm gonna get my merch up. But yeah, man, the Aces have made some roster moves, and like I said, the biggest one to me was that Angel Jackson move. I'm not too surprised about Bria Hartley or Kamaria McDaniel, but Angel Jackson was a big key for me. Like, how you gonna waive her? You know what I mean? But anyways, moving on. My girl Jackie Young, no, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Jackie Young gets the contract extension. Her and the Aces inked the contract extension for another year, so she will be with the team through 2025. So that's awesome. That's great to know that we're gonna be able to keep our young point guard, and she's looking at possibly putting her name in the MVP conversation this season. From the way she's progressed since she's been drafted into the league and joined the Aces team, and just performed on the court, what she's done has been really, really amazing, y'all. I've watched this young lady from her senior year in college, then getting drafted to the Aces. I was super happy, and then just to see what she's done over the last couple of years, you got to imagine she was a rookie, then come in her second year, win a championship, third year, win a championship. You know what I mean? Now she's going into her fourth year, and you can see the growth and the development of Jackie Young, man. And she's definitely earned this contract extension. You know what I mean? She's definitely earned it. She's put it out there on the court as far as performance wise, stats wise, contributing to the other team members on the floor at the time. You know what I mean? No matter who is out there on the floor, she's doing what she has to do, and I'm grateful to see that. You know, Jackie Young's definitely inked this contract extension and will be moving forward with the Aces for the foreseeable future. So that's definitely great to hear. Also, the Aces have brought back Emma Cannon, and I think this may possibly be a reason why Angel Jackson might have been, waived, because they were bringing back Emma Cannon off of waivers. So, I mean, that's actually interesting as well because um like I said, I thought Angel Jackson would be able to come in and mesh well and learn a lot from Asia and the other forwards and centers out here in Vegas. But unfortunately, she didn't make the cut and she was waived. But we are bringing back Emma Cannon, which I'm cool with. You know what I mean? I'm definitely cool with it. I'm fine with it. You know what I mean? I have no issues whatsoever with bringing back Emma Cannon. You know what I mean? So we'll see how it works out this season, though. You know what I mean? We'll definitely see how it works out this season, bringing back Emma Cannon and waiving Angel Jackson, the rookie. It's going to be interesting to see who picks up Angel Jackson as well. You know what I mean? It's definitely going to be interesting to see who picks up Angel Jackson. So let's see how this season plays out, man. I'm excited for the WNBA season this season. You got a lot of big names from the women's college basketball level, who have gotten drafted and are in the league now. Some have gotten signs as well. So it's big. It's big. The growth of this league is huge. The future of this league is huge. We got the Golden State Warriors, Bay Area team coming next season as well. Man, I'm excited for that. We possibly may have another expansion team coming as well. just so it's even. You know what I mean? So I'm excited for the future of the WNBA, but I'm excited for the future of my Aces. We have a chance to three-peat, y'all, and bringing back a player like Emma Cannon. I don't disagree with. You know what I mean? I just kind of I feel some type of way about you know Angel Jackson being waived just because I think she would have been great to have with Asia Wilson. Now, preseason game, we're only playing one preseason game, and we're actually playing the Puerto Rican national team on May 14th. So our preseason game is actually on May 14th, and it's against the Puerto Rican national team. And I'm excited for this game as well. Or no, I am so sorry. I put the wrong damn date, y'all. It's May 11th. I'm sorry, y'all. It's May 11th. I put the wrong date. My bad. It's May 11th. Don't worry about what it says on the graphic. Don't worry about that. It's May 11th. The season starts May 14th. Okay? The season starts May 14th. The preseason game is May 11th. I mixed up my dates. That's my bad, y'all. I do apologize. But speaking of the arena, the Aces are adding the party suite due to customer demand and ticket sellouts. Like, this is the second season in a row that the Aces have uh, sold out season tickets. Second season in a row. And these games are getting packed, y'all. These games are getting packed. I've been to them personally. Me and my wife have been to Aces games already. I've been to Aces games, Golden Knight games. I haven't been to a Raiders game yet. Y'all know I'm not a Raiders fan. I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan, but I covered the Raiders, so we speak about the Raiders we cover the Raiders and talk about the Raiders here on the Jersey the King show. But I'm just saying. Anyways, the Aces added a party suite, and the party suite is actually going to come with complimentary food and open seating, and it's gonna be like a huge press box type of deal. What I think they're basically doing is adding something like what Allegiant has with the Catalina Modella Suites and the Twitch Lounge and things like that. So I think that's what they're adding because of the demand, man. These women are doing their thing. Like I said, they're out here winning 2 championships in a row. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited for the growth of the WNBA. I'm excited for the future of my team as well. But we're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to get into some Nighthawks news, some Golden Knights news, and more. I got a lot of Vegas news to talk to y'all about as well. So y'all sit back and relax. We'll be right back after this commercial break and a word from our network and sponsors. You feel me?
Houston, we've triumphed. I've made it back to Earth with the cargo intact. The game-changing, time-sensitive payload is none other than the revolutionary energy flavor we've all been waiting for. Introducing Merc Mayhem Cherry Limeade. Merc Clan played a crucial role in securing this energy flavor, and together we've unlocked the future of power. Merc Mayhem is not just a drink, it's a statement, a fusion of relentless energy and bold flavor. The secret is out. Merc Mayhem is set to redefine the energy landscape, leaving ordinary drinks in its cosmic dust. Get ready for a taste explosion that matches Merc Clan's unparalleled power. Join the revolution, and let's unleash Merc Mayhem upon the world. Astronaut M signing off.
Back to the Jersey the King show live on Fuel Sports Network. I'm your host, Kevin Jersey the King Womble. Again, Fuel Sports Network is powered by Gateway City Sports, and you can download the Fuel Sports Network channel on your Roku and Amazon TV and devices. So if you have a Roku TV, Roku stick, Amazon TV, or Amazon Fire Stick, you can go ahead and download our channel or app right now and watch us live on television. It's awesome. You wait till you see the future of where this network is going to go and what's going to be available as far as app wise and where we're going to be available as far as in app stores. So we're looking to improve what we have right now, but just be on the lookout for an update coming to your Fuel Sports Network app. You already know. But let's get into some more news, Vegas sports news, like we do in here now on the Jersey the King show. You know what I mean? Keeping it funky, keeping it fresh. Um, I want to get into my boys, man. The defending champs, current, well, reigning Stanley Cup champions have been exited from the playoffs. We lost the series to Dallas 4-3. Man, it's a heartbreaker. You know what I mean? It's definitely a heartbreaker because we were expecting a lot out of the season. But one thing I really thank you, Arlington. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you, brother. One thing I really understood about this season was injuries played a factor. You know what I mean? Injuries definitely played a factor this season. We dealt with 9 players throughout the season dealing with injury and being out for games, and 9 key players. Like, people have to understand about this Vegas roster. Everybody that's on this roster is key. Everybody that's on this roster is key. We have all these players for a reason. We made the moves that we made for these players for a reason. And when I say each piece is like a puzzle piece for this Vegas Golden Knights team, that's what it was for this season. You know what I mean? That's what it was for last season. That's how we won the championship. We had the right pieces in place. And the pieces that we felt we needed to improve on, we went out and made those improvements in the offseason and in the draft. But unfortunately, we were plagued by injuries. That's what it boils down to. You know, we were plagued by injuries, and that's what it comes down to for how our season ended. Shout out to the Dallas Stars for, doing their thing. If I'm not mistaken, the Dallas Stars are moving to Salt Lake City. One of these teams down south or down west, one of them teams are moving to Salt Lake City, and I feel so bad for them. But, shout out to the Dallas Stars for, doing what they had to do in 7 games. You know what I mean? They won the series 4-3. They did what they had to do in 7 games, and they eliminated the Golden Knights. They eliminated the defending champions, and that's your goal. You know what I mean? You get the defending champions out, then there's no chance for them to repeat. Period, point blank. A new champion is going to be crowned this season in the NHL, and there's going to be a new Stanley Cup winner. A new team hosting up that Stanley Cup trophy, and that's just what it is. And unfortunately, we didn't get it done. We didn't do what we need to do on offense and defense. Our line wasn't making it happen. Our penalty killers, we were okay for the most part, but we didn't do enough. You know what I mean? And I just feel like even our goalies, they were playing their asses off, but they gave up goals. So at the end of the day, you gave up more goals than the other goalie did, and that was the outcome of the game. Period, point blank. That was ended up being the outcome of the season. So at the end of the day, you just got to look at it as Vegas played their heart out with what they had all season long to try and get a higher seed. You know what I mean? And that's another thing that kind of hurt us. Those injuries hurt us in our seeding as well. So, I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. We take that on the chin. We come back next season even better. And speaking of next season, what's next? What's next for the Golden Knights? You know what I mean? My biggest thing, like Jonathan Marchessault, he's an unrestricted free agent now. What are we going to do? Are we going to make sure to re-sign him? He wants to stay in Vegas. He said that he wants to stay in Vegas. So what's next is keeping players that we know we need, going out and get players that we know we can fill in those spots that we're losing, because there are going to be a couple players that are unrestricted free agents that aren't going to get re-signed. I can tell you that now. You know what I mean? There are a couple players on this Golden Knights roster that will not get re-signed. I'm sorry. But one of those players that his name is not on that list is Jonathan Marchessault. So we need to make a deal with Marchessault. We need to see if we can make an extended deal as far as like 3, 4, 5 years with Jonathan Marchessault. We need a player like him. He was excellent for us these past few seasons, man. He was part of a big part of the reason why we got to the playoffs this season, and he was a big part of the reason why, alongside Jack Eichel, you know what I mean, and a couple other guys, of course. Well, the rest of the team, of course, because we were lights out last season. We played the way we were supposed to. We played championship caliber hockey last season. But this season, you can tell with the injuries and just the non-chemistry on those lines, when those injuries did happen and players had to fill in and next man up, that chemistry wasn't there. So that hurt a lot. And I just have to keep it real with you guys. We didn't get the job done. So at the end of the day, what's next? Keeping certain players for sure. You know what I mean? Marchessault, a couple other unrestricted free agents like our goalies. We got to make sure we keep Hill and Thompson. Logan Thompson and Aiden Hill kept us in a lot of these games this season and kept us going this season and got us to the playoffs, as well as Jackie Eichel and Johnny Marchessault. You know what I mean? So we have to make sure that we keep core pieces to this team to make sure we can even make it to the playoffs again next season and make an actual push for another championship. And Vegas, you guys got to give Vegas the Golden Knights a lot of credit, man. They've been to the playoffs every season except one since their inception. They've been in the league for 7 years. They've been to the playoffs every season. They've been to the Stanley Cup Finals 2 times, and they've won. They're 1-1 in the Stanley Cup Finals. So that's why I ask, what's next for the Golden Knights? You've been a winning franchise since your inception. Period. Since their inception, our first year, we went to the Stanley Cup Finals. Lost to Washington, but we went to the Stanley Cup Finals. And every year after that, except one, we've been to the playoffs. The year before last, we didn't make the playoffs. But then we came right back and won the Stanley Cup. So what's next is keeping core pieces and filling in spots that we know that we're going to lose, whether it be in free agency or whether it be in the NHL draft. It's as simple as that, y'all. You know what I mean? But on to some other news. Unfortunately, our ladies over here in Vegas, the Thrill, lost to Omaha Supernovas 3-0. It was a good game. I got to give Vegas a lot of credit. They were in it for most of the sets. I mean, it looked like there were times where Omaha was going to pull away in each of these sets. There looked like there were times where, Omaha was going to pull away in each of these sets, but Vegas stuck in it. It was just the middle was being opened up so much, with the passing and the assists that Omaha had going, man. The way they were moving the ball around before they were returning that ball, they were opening up the middle. And that's what was really killing Vegas. That's what really hurt us, in this game against Omaha. I mean, if we would have won this game, we would have still had hopes for the playoffs, because we would have needed a lot of help. We would have needed San Diego, the San Diego Mojo to lose 2 of their next, well, actually all 3 of their next games. 2 of the 3 is against the Columbus Fury, and then 1 of them is against the Supernovas. We know the Supernovas is more than likely going to win that game, and we were just hoping for 2 losses by the Columbus, by Omaha, San Diego, and that would have actually put Columbus in 3rd Well, we would have needed some help from Columbus too, to be honest with you. Now that I think about it, we would have needed help from Columbus, and we would have needed help from, both or San Diego as well. So it would have been hard to get into the playoffs either way. But for the very first season of this league, for this Vegas team to have to pick less on top of that, like you got to think about it. Our team had to pick players last when it came to filling up the roster. There wasn't like there was an official draft for the Pro Volleyball Federation. Now next season we have 10 teams, we may see a 10-team draft. You know what I mean? And then the more they progress as far as expansion goes, and the more this league grows, then we'll see, bigger drafts and things like that. But I mean, you got to give these women credit, man. They did their thing out there against the second best team as far as record wise, the second best team in the PVF. You know what I mean? And I give them all the credit in the world. They did their thing. Cat Bell, Caffrey, Berkeley Oblad. I mean, they're Hannah Murdoch. Hannah Murdoch was going off, or Hannah Maddox. Sorry, Hannah Maddox was going off. Cat Bell was going off. I was there at the game personally, and I actually got to go to the press conference and interview Coach Flory, head coach of the Vegas Thrill, former head coach of the LSU women's volleyball team as well. But like I said, man, it was a good game. Vegas stayed in the game for the most part, but it ended in 3 sets, and it was unfortunate. But for what they had with the rookies and the veteran players that they had for this squad, they looked really, really good all season long. There's still an opportunity for another win this season. We just actually beat Orlando last Wednesday, and the game against Omaha was actually on Monday. But last Wednesday we played Orlando, and we can, finish the season with a win, and that'll give us a 9-17 record, or 9-16 record. So, it's heartbreaking for these ladies, but at the end of the day, they played their hearts out all season long. They were in each matchup. They were in it. Even if they lost 3-0, they were in each match, because each set they were in the game. You know what I mean? It wasn't like a blowout in each set of these losses. So at the end of the day, they played their hearts out, and they did what they had to do to try and get these wins. You know what I mean? So I got to give these ladies all the credit in the world. What's going on, Hendo? How you doing, brother? Welcome in, man. I appreciate you for stopping by, and thank you for tuning into the Jerzey the King show. We're going to take another quick commercial break, and when we come back, I'm going to actually play you guys the interview from Coach Fran Flory. So y'all sit back and relax. This is the Jerzey the King show, live on Fuel Sports Network, and we'll be right back.
Same great taste. Yes, same great taste.
Back to the Jersey the King show. I'm your host, Kevin Jersey the King Womble. We are live on Fuel Sports Network, powered by Gateway City Sports. You can check out gatewaycitysports.com and check out the network live on there because there's a feed actually on the website. You can check out all the merch as well at the shop. And you can check out everything that's going on gatewaycitysports.com as well. And there is a Fuel Sports Network website coming soon, y'all. So be on the lookout for that. We are working on it. It is in the works, y'all. I promise you it is. It really, really is. It really, really is, y'all. But thank y'all for tuning in on this lovely Thursday night. We're gonna get back into some thrill news. Like I said, they close out the season in Orlando this Saturday on May 11th. But they did fall short in 3 sets versus Omaha. And I do actually have the press conference interview. Well, not interview, but I did a press conference and I was able to ask questions to Coach Fran Flory. And I'm going to go ahead and play that for you guys now and let you guys check it out. You know what I mean? And, I hope you guys see me in action. You know what I mean? Get to see me in action doing my thing. But here we go.
Not just for tonight, but all season. Like these people have shown up and been really, really good and created a great environment. It's almost as if we play too hard. We want to do too well when that crowd is in there, and that's a lesson learned and experience gained, and we'll get better from it. But
My bad about the camera, y'all.
Vegas for our players, for our franchise, for our staff, for myself, it's been incredible, and I couldn't be more appreciative of the support of this community.
Coach Kevin Womble with Fuel Sports Network. How
Don't laugh at me,
the
y'all.
question I'm trying to ask, how excited were you coming into the
Nervous.
season, and with the end result of the season, what are you looking forward to for the offseason and going into next season?
But I was super excited to be part of the first league, right? But we also knew we had some challenges, and not an excuse. We have some really good players on our side of the net, but we also had a lot of inexperience on our side of the net, being the last team to grab players, and we're relying on some young players, and for them, I think they will understand the value of that in a year or two when they got to play their rookie season, and the rest of the rookies sat on the bench for their teams, and they'll do that next year. So our rookies are set up to be really, really good. The end result of the season, it's disappointing. I mean, I don't like to lose. I don't like to not be in a playoff. I don't like to not represent and do my job, which is to win. But I think building this from where we built it, I'm super proud of the effort. I'm proud of how hard everybody worked. I'm proud of our team and the investment that our players made in it in the season. And but disappointing in for sure in terms of not advancing to the playoffs. And people would say you shouldn't have expected that, being the 7th team out of 7 to start.
Right.
But that's not how we function. That's not how Ruben Herrera or anybody on this team functions. We expect to be in the end and have an opportunity. So that part's disappointing, but hey, I think the experience gained is probably the most valuable thing. And I'll tell you, this facility and everybody walks in here and says, hey, you should host the championship. This is the place to be. The crowd's amazing. Yeah. I mean, we're not in the hunt, and the crowd's still amazing tonight. So, again, I can't be any more appreciative and more excited for the future with what was built this year.
Definitely. Now, as far as the league goes, how excited are you for the expansion of the Pro Volleyball Federation as a whole?
Yeah, I mean, for us to be able to pull this off with 7 teams this year, and to add 3 more next year, I think volleyball was on the cusp of being one of the premier sports for women in this country, and I think this league demonstrated through the year that we can be a pro league, that we can manage it, we can fund it, we can play at a very high level. We have a product that people want to see. And it's exciting, and these women are great role models for the young people. So part for the league. I'm excited. I'm excited to welcome 3 more teams into the league, 3 more cities, great volleyball cities. And I think it's only going to go up from here. Those 3 teams will increase the competitiveness of our league right away, just by joining.
Definitely. Thank you for your time, Coach.
Definitely, man. I definitely agree with what Coach Flory said. These new teams coming in next season, they're great cities. You have Indianapolis, you have Kansas City, Missouri, and you have Dallas, Texas. So you got to imagine what is that's going to bring. Come on now. Volleyball is big, and women's volleyball is big in Texas as well. You know, especially at the University of Texas. You know what I mean? And that's one of the things about Omaha. You know, the University of Nebraska is one of the biggest volleyball programs in the country when it comes to college volleyball. You know, they sold out the Lincoln Memorial Stadium. They sold out Tom Osborne's field, 90,000 plus people. You know what I mean? And there's only more to come with the growth of the Pro Volleyball Federation. You know what I mean? And I'm excited for it as well. And I believe there's another professional volleyball league coming out as well. And I'll keep you guys updated on that if there's a Vegas team for it. You know what I mean? If not, then we'll make sure we get some content on Fuel Sports Network talking about the Pro Volleyball Federation as well as the other pro league that's supposed to be coming to the United States. So we'll see what's going on with that. But I hope you guys enjoyed that. You know, like I said, I try to get my, my my press on. I was a little nervous at first. That's why I was a little stuttery at first when I was asking the question, but I'm comfortable now. You know what I mean? I can go up there and I can ask what I need to ask. So you guys are gonna see me at all the Vegas Thrill home games next season, at least Family Forum. You're also going to see me at all of the Las Vegas Desert Dog games as well. I'm trying, which will be held at Lee's Family Forum as well. I spoke about that last week on the Jersey King show. But I'm trying to get my credentials with the Vegas Golden Knights so I can cover the the Vegas Golden Knights as well as the Vegas Nighthawks. So I can cover the Nighthawks as well and go to these Nighthawk games before the season is over. So I'm trying to give you guys some content, man. And speaking of the Nighthawks, do we have some news? Yes, we do. Former Nighthawks linebacker, his name is pronounced Iteva Mayuga Clements, if I'm not mistaken, if I heard that correctly on the broadcast. Iteva Mayuga Clements was drafted number 1 overall. We're talking first round, number 1 draft pick in this Canadian Football League global draft, man. So shout outs to him. You feel what I'm saying? And you know, he deserves his flowers most definitely. He definitely deserves his flowers for that. You know what I mean? Because he did his thing. And what I don't mind is the fact that, you know, we still have Mikael Calhoun filling in at his middle linebacker position, you know what I mean, to take over what he was doing. So congratulations to you, Nteva. I'm happy for you, man. I hope and pray that nothing but positive vibes come your way going into this league. I hope that nothing but success comes your way, you know, going forward in your career. I hope that you can, you know, make it to that next level, even if it's the UFL and then the NFL, or from the CFL straight to the NFL. However it goes, man. I'm proud of you, brother. I'm excited to see what you do next. And again, congratulations and good luck to you. You know what I mean? Most definitely. And with that being said, guess what, y'all? Our Nighthawks. Caw. Yeah, we're undefeated, baby. We're 6-0, the only undefeated team in the IFL. And we stay undefeated this week. We beat the Bay Area Panthers, the only other undefeated team last weekend at the time, and we crushed them. We crushed them, y'all. Y'all see the score. Do I need to bring the score back up? Let me bring the score back up. Crushed them, y'all. And number 2, our quarterback, Mr. Jerome Johnson, he went crazy with rushing touchdowns. He went crazy. It was to the point where our backup got put in. Period. That's how well the game was going. And I'm super excited, man. Also, the Vegas Nighthawks are doing a 3-day sale for being 3-0 at home. So y'all make sure y'all go to the merch store and anywhere that sell. I forgot the location. I am so sorry, but all my Vegas viewers out there, y'all know where you can buy all your sports gear. But anywhere you see Vegas Nighthawks gear, there's a 3-day sale going on, and it's big. It's big. We're 3-0. So make sure y'all go. Matter of fact, I can let you know what's going on right now, but we're going to do so when we come back from this commercial break. Now, before we go to this commercial break, guess what the Nighthawks are? Number 1 in the coaches poll in the IFL. That means we are number 1 in the entire league as far as the coaches poll goes. We're the best team. We're undefeated, the best team on offense, one of the best teams on defense, and it just shows. It really just shows. But before we get into more Nighthawks news, we're going to take another quick commercial break. It'll be our last break of the show. And we are going to dive more into, the Nighthawks. And then I'm going to let you guys know about what's going on with the Raiders, as well as the Henderson Silver Knights and the Las Vegas Desert Dogs and the Las Vegas Lights FC Club. So y'all sit back, relax. This is Fuel Sports Network. This is the Jerzey the King Show. Make sure you download Fuel Sports Network on your Amazon and Roku TV and devices today. And we are powered by Gateway City Sports. We'll be right back, y'all. Holla at your boy.
It's time I get in the game, forget the money and fame. Stay ready, making sure that they'll remember my name. I got a hunger inside when the numbers are tied. Yo, I'm a
Welcome back to the Jerzey the King Show. I'm your host, Kevin Jerzey the King Womble. And man, as you guys see, there's a lot going on in the sports world in Vegas, man. It really is. Before we get into more, make sure you guys use that Save 10 now and save 10% code for both Just Me Jerky and your W Energy Powder. And make sure you guys support Fuel with those codes because they give you 10% off on your orders, and it helps fuel. So, definitely check that out. But like I said, we're going to get into a little bit more um, Nighthawks news. We look, we did a lot this season so far, and when I say we did a lot on both sides of the ball, this team has been gelling. This team has been playing well, even when the backup quarterback has had to come in due to Jerome Johnson going down a couple of games back due to injury. You know what I mean? And just seeing what this team is capable of, man. I think right now we have the best team in the league. And I'm not just saying it from the coaches poll or whatever the case. I really think on paper and on the field we have the best team in the league. I'm excited because I'm wanting to face Frisco. We beat Bay Area. Everybody's like, "Oh, Bay Area is the team. Bay Area is the team." Well, we beat them, and we beat them by a decent margin, 19 points. I want to play TJ Edwards and the Frisco Fighters, and I want to see the Vegas Nighthawks, Jerome Johnson, and what we have. We got CJ Wyndham at wide receiver. We have Quentin Randolph at wide receiver. We have Caleb Hawley at wide receiver. Don't play. Don't play around, y'all. We have a squad. And then you look at our running back. Yep. Stop. We have one of the best teams. And then you look at our defense and what we've been doing on defense. Stop it. Listen, the Vegas Nighthawks are number one in the coaches poll for a reason. And I'll show you why. Right here. I'll show you why. This dominant game we just had against a team that was also undefeated, the Bay Area Panthers. When I tell you, we went off. Jericho Fowler's interception on top of interceptions. Bryce Hampton, interception. CJ Wyndham, Quentin Randolph, Caleb Hawley, and Jerome Johnson, they went off. And our defense was stout. Period. So at the end of the day, I don't care what no one says. Vegas is the team to beat. Straight up. I don't care what no one says, y'all. Vegas is the team to beat. Period. We went crazy. Like, I'm just saying, look at our roster. Just really quickly, y'all. Look at our roster. Right? What we have on this squad is just crazy. Maurice Jackson, he's no joke on the offensive line or on the defensive line, excuse me. No joke. Malik Honeycutt is really good at the defensive back position. He's really good in coverage. He's actually a nice low ball. Antonio Wimbush, that is our running back. He's been doing his thing this season as well. Man, just this whole squad, man, this whole team. You look at our roster. And you really see what we have on that field. It's showing. We have a lot of talent. I'm really excited about rookie Mikael Calhoun, man. He's been showing so much on the field. He's been showing so much, and so is the rest of these guys, man. Our roster is stacked. It's as simple as that. Our roster is stacked. And we're in line to be the best team this season and possibly go undefeated. Or maybe one loss. We'll see. But I'm just keeping them optimistic. I'm being optimistic and being realistic. I mean, we might get a loss, but I don't see it happening right now. I don't see it happening. Not with what we've been doing on the field. Not with what we have weapon-wise, offensively and defensively. So let's move on. The Las Vegas Desert Dogs professional lacrosse team. And look, y'all, I've been sitting here saying it wrong. It's the National Lacrosse League. I've been sitting here calling it the National League Lacrosse League. It's actually National League Lacrosse. So my bad. Or the National Lacrosse League. Yeah, it's the National Lacrosse League. It's the NLL. Our Desert Dogs re-signed the Rooster Jacob Ruist on a 1-year deal. Last season he had 11 goals, 19 assists, 30 points, 1.76 points per game, and 7 out of 17 games played. So we happy to have the Rooster back. Y'all gonna see me out there cheering on the team. You're gonna see me out there, doing my thing, man, having fun, covering the team, bringing y'all some lacrosse news. You know what I mean? How dope is that? You know what I mean? So be ready, man. The Jersey the King show is going to be packed with a lot of coverage of all Vegas sports, and I'm excited for it. Speaking of more Vegas sports, we move over to our suburb, Henderson, where our minor league hockey team in the American Hockey League, the Henderson Silver Knights, they have signed defenseman Samuel Mayer. He's a 20-year-old who played his last 3 seasons professionally in the Ontario Hockey League. He's a defenseman who's pretty damn good from what I'm hearing, man. So I'm excited to see him join the team. I'm excited to see what he's going to be capable of doing, and he might even get called up if he does what he got to do. So shout out to Samuel Mayo for getting signed by the Silver Knights out of Henderson, the Golden Knights minor league team. Now we're going to move on to talking about our Las Vegas Lights. Our Lights SC club lost to the Los Angeles FC club, which is in the MLS. That team is in the MLS. So we had MLS talent versus USL talent. I'm just saying. And we only lost 3-1. As you can see, there's your score highlight for all the players who scored. There were some yellow cards handed out on both sides. Not even gonna lie. There was definitely some yellow cards handed out on both sides. It was a good game, though. I ain't even gonna lie. It was a good game. We rocked the new midnight kits, the all black, which were nice. They were nice. They really, really were. I was really, really happy to see them with the midnight kit, man. The midnight kit is fresh. I ain't gonna lie. I think we should definitely rock the midnight kit a lot more, man, because it's fresh. It's fresh. I'm not really digging the home pink and all that, but hey, it is what it is. You know what I mean? It is what it is, and we can't do nothing about it. But like I said, it was a definite good game. Playing against the LA Football Club out of the MLS, man, and the US Open Cup. It was around a 32 match too, so it's a big tournament for both leagues that compete. The MLS and the USL compete together in this Lamar Hunt US Open Cup. So it's around the 32, so you have 16 teams from both leagues. So it's pretty dope, man. I'm just excited that they were able to score at least one goal. You know what I mean? I was happy to see, Sean Smart get one in the back of the net in the 56th minute. So, it is what it is. We got overpowered when we got beat, but hey, that just shows you that team can compete to a certain extent with an MLS club, because they didn't get blown out. They only got beat by 2 goals. So let's not make it seem like they got their ass beat like that. But next week we are playing the San Antonio, or not the next week, excuse me, Saturday we were playing the San Antonio FC club. We will be in San Antonio May 11th for that game. So if you guys are in the San Antonio area, make sure you guys go to Toyota Field. 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 6:30 p.m. Eastern for those that will be watching on television. If you can get it on television in your area, we have a matchup against San Antonio FC. So I'm looking forward to this, man. I'm excited for this game as well. And I'm just hoping to see if our boys can bounce back from a tough loss and make it happen, man. Definitely. You know what I mean? Also, this Saturday, UFC Fight Night, Lewis versus Nascimento. Big heavyweight match. That will be the main event, 5-rounder. Got a decent card for it as well, so I'm excited for that. If you guys want to check it out, make sure you go to ESPN Plus or ESPN or ESPN2. We have to double check to see where it's going to be airing at. Check ESPN or ESPN2 for that match. And like I said, it's going to be a nice card. I'm excited for it. If you missed the pay-per-view, man, make sure you go and find a way to watch it, or wait till, you know, the VOD is available on ESPN Plus. But that's going to do it for us here. Make sure you go and subscribe to the Fuel Sports Network YouTube channel. Make sure you follow the Facebook channel or Facebook page, X page, IG page. If we're on TikTok as well, go follow TikTok as well. Make sure you guys go and follow all of the Fuel Sports Network socials, and follow the Jerzey the King Show socials as well. And I will see you guys this Saturday for another episode of The Gridiron. Like I said, Gabe more than likely won't be with me because he has to work, but make sure you guys are ready to go this Saturday. We got some football to talk about, y'all. So I'll see you guys on The Gridiron this Saturday. Thank you for tuning into the Jerzey the King Show. I am your host, Kevin Jerzey the King Womble. Make sure you check out Fuel Sports Network live on Roku, Amazon devices. You can go get it. It's available. And make sure you go ahead and use that Save 10 now and save 10% for W Energy Powder and your Just Meat Jerky orders, and get your 10% off with your fuel code. I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being here. And again, this is the Jerzey the King Show. I holla.